morning, everyone. Welcome to Mathematics 5 Quarter 2, week number 1. So, our learning competency. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to give the place value and the value of a digit of a given decimal number through 10,000s. And you are going to read and write decimal numbers through 10,000s. And then you're going to round decimal numbers to the nearest hundreds and thousands. So, we're going to proceed on lesson number 1. Give the place value and the value of a digit of a given decimal numbers through 10,000s. So, this would be the question, how to determine the place value and the value of the digit. So, first, we're going to have an example. So, 0.7698. So, later on, we're going to uh, determine how to read these decimal numbers. First, we're going to do now how to find the place value and the value of these decimal numbers. So, let's start. So, what would be the place value of 0? So, this would be a whole number, right? So, in whole number, we're going to start in ones. Very good. So, this would be ones. So, the value now is 0. How about 7? If this is ones, 7 is tens. Very good, because we always start with tens in giving a place value of a decimal. So this would be a tens, and then the place value and the value is 7 tenths. So this would be how to read this decimal, and then this would be the value, because the place value of 7 in decimal is tens. So we have 7 tenths. Next, 6. What would be the place value of 6? Very good. It is hundreds. So, the value now is 6 hundreds. Next, 9. What would be the place value of 9? Very good. This is thousands. The value is 9 thousands. And then, 8. The place value of 8 is, this would be tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. So this should be 10,000s. Now the value is 80,000s. So this would be the value. And then this would be the how to read this value. Now, let's have an example. Give the value and the place value of digit 8 in each number. So let's proceed in number 1. 98 and 6,751,000. So now, what would be the place value of digit 8 in number 1? Very good. This is ones, because the digit 8 is placed in a whole number. So start with ones, tens. So this would be ones. What would be the value? The value is 8. Very good. Next, let's proceed in number 2. What would be the place value of digit 8 in example number 2? Very good. So the place value is tens, because in decimal, we always start in tens. And then what would be the value? The value now is, okay, so 8 tenths. Next, number 3. 475 and 278 10,000. What would be the place value of digit 8 in this example? Okay, very good. So, the place value is in 10,000s place, because we have tens, hundreds, thousand, 10,000. What would be the value. We have 8, 10, 80 thousands. Next, now for number 4, what would be the place value of digit 8? Very good. It is in a hundreds place because we have tens, hundreds. Now, what would be the value? We have, okay, so we have 88 hundreds. Number 5, what would be the place value? Okay, so the place value now is thousands because we have tens, hundreds, thousands. And then the value now is this one. Okay, next. Let's I hope you already know how to find the place value and the value of each digit. Let's proceed now in uh, read and write the decimal numbers through 10,000. So in reading, we're going to analyze this table. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, for example. So this would be the given. And then the second column is the highest place value. And then in the third column, you're going to write how to read this decimal number. Now, let's proceed. So the highest place value in example number 1 is tens. So we have tens. And then we're going to read this one as 1 and 4 tenths because the decimal point is read as end. So 1 and 4 tenths. So the place value of decimal, the highest is tenths. Now, let's proceed in example number 2, 0.14. How do you read this one? So first, determine the highest place value of decimal. So the highest place value of decimal is ones, tens, hundreds. So we have hundreds place. Now, so disregard 0 and decimal point. So we have 14. So we have 14 hundreds. Next, example number 3. The highest place value of this decimal is tens, hundreds, thousands. So we have thousands. Now, disregard 0 and decimal, we have 143. So we have 143 thousands. 143 thousands. Next, the highest place value of example number 4 is tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. Now, we have the highest place value is 10,000s. Now, disregard 0 and decimal again. We have 1,435 10,000. So 1,435 10,000s. So that would be how to read the decimal. Now, let's read and write the given number. 2.5. How do you read this one? So we have 2 and 5. 5 is in tens place. So we have 2 and 5 tens. Next, number 2, we have 24.56. How do you read this one? We have 24 and disregard 24, we have tens, hundreds. So 24 and 56 hundreds. Next, we have 9 and, okay, so we have 9 and 236. The highest place value is thousands. Next, Okay, so I hope you already know how to read and write the given decimal numbers. Let's proceed to our last lesson for today. So we have round decimal numbers to the nearest hundreds and thousands. So here are the steps in rounding decimal numbers. First, determine the place value of the underlying digit. Then, look at the digit at its right, and if less than 5, round down. If it's 5 or more than 5, round up. Again, if it's less than 5, round down. If it's 5 or more than 5, round up. So, let's have an example. Round the given number to its underlying digit. So, the underlying digit is 7. So, look at its right. The digit to the right of 7 is 8. Is it round up or round down? Very good, grade 5 pupils. It is round up because it is more than 5. 5 or more than 5. So the hundreds place is the place value of digit 7. So this would be 0 and 680 thousands because we're going to add 1 to 7 because it is round up. And then for number 2, 6 and 346,000. So the underlying digit is 3. So the place value of 3 is tens. Now look at the digit to the right of 3. The digit is 4. Is it round up or round down? Round down. So the final answer is 6 and 300. So the remaining number to the right of digit 3 is become 0. Round down. Next, number 3. 31 and 8,465, 10,000. So the underlying digit is 6. So look at to the right. Look at the digit to the right of 6. It is 5. Let's uh, identify first the place value of 6. So this would be a thousands place. Now, so the final answer is 31 and 840 8,470. Why is that 70? Because it is round up. We're going to add 1 to 6. It becomes 7 and 5 becomes 0. And then for example number 4, 41 and 8,495, 10,000. So the underlying digit is 8. So the place value of 8 is tens. Now, so the answer is 41 and 8, 10,000. Why is that 8, 10,000? Because it is round down. So 4, 9, and 5 becomes 0. Next, number 5 for our last example. 7 and 8,495. So the underlying digit is 9. So look at the digit to the right of 9 is 5. 5 so that we are going to round up. So we're going to add 1 to 9. 9 becomes 10. 10. So we're going to write 0 and then add 1 to 4. So 4 becomes 5. So the final answer is 7 and 88,510,000. So that would be our lesson for today. So for your reminders, you're going to answer assessment for in page 4 and assessment page 6 and assessment page number 7 of your self-learning module. So I hope you learned something today, grade 5 pupils. Thank you and God bless.